Today's topic, we are going to be talking about setting healthy boundaries for the classroom so that you can be the best teacher that you can be. Raise your hand if you said yes to something that you felt really obligated to do or you felt very guilty. Raise your hand if you've sacrificed something within your team and you were sacrificing yourself just to keep the peace with whoever you work with so that your relationship can just stay the same and just to make everybody happy. I'm serious. Raise your hand with this emoji, and I'm sure that many of us can relate. And I'm sure that we have all been in some type of situation where our boundaries have been crossed. So let's start with what boundaries are. Boundaries are setting limits and rules that we set for ourselves within relationships. So really, this can be in your personal relationships with your significant other, with your best friend, your parents, your brother, your sister. And also it goes for work as well. And also you can set boundaries for yourself. Another way that I like to view boundaries and say to people are think of a hula hoop that's around you and every single person has them. And if they overstep that boundary, they're bumping into you and you are getting mad because they bumped into you. Like think about that. If someone actually does bump into you, you're like, what the heck? Right? Even if they say sorry, but you're just like, oh, what the crap, you know? They're overstepping a boundary, and if it makes you tick, then you know that that's a personal boundary that you need to start setting for yourself. So I'm just going to highlight 3 teacher favorites that I know are favorites of teachers and plus some that I set for myself. So number 1 is saying no. This one for me is definitely the hardest. It was the hardest, and I think I had to keep practicing it every single day until I was like, no. To be clear, when you say no, you're not being rude. If you need to say no, like you need to say no. It's a complete sentence. Could be something as doing something for another colleague when you have a bunch on your plate. You don't even have to explain yourself. Another one of my favorites that I did and absolutely loved was taking my email off of my phone. So this one was nice because I was able to not see my emails during when I was home. And sometimes like even on a break, if I was not around my computer and I had my phone and I would see an email, I'd be like, and just eliminating that was really nice. Now, another thing you can do with taking email off of your phone is allow others to know when you email, when you will be like emailing back. So, for example, at the beginning of the school year, telling your parents and telling your students, I email from 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. And then that's when they email you. You can also do office hours and just say, hey, I have free time from 9:30 to 10:15. Those are always nice, especially explaining and being clear about the boundary. And the last one is another hard one, and many people struggle with this, but leaving work at work. So I understand if you're an English teacher, maybe a math teacher, and you had a huge test that you had to grade. That's understandable. So, and again, just disclaimer, this does not have to be your boundary. If you are someone that likes to take work home to get it done, maybe you can watch your favorite Netflix show, whatever, while you grade, you are more than welcome to do that. But a lot of people hate working 60 hours a week, whatever. It's a lot. Grades will get done when they get done. And not only that, you don't have to grade everything. Not taking work home eliminates working at home, obviously, like duh. And you have more free time for when you are at home with family. You can work out, you can do whatever you enjoy doing versus thinking about, oh my gosh, I have to grade these papers so that I can move on. Okay, bonus one, leaving at your contracted time. So we all have in our contract that the day starts at this time and it ends at this time. We are allowed to leave when your contract time is over. You are allowed to do that. A lot of people struggle with this one too. I know. I've done it too. And it's hard. After work, it doesn't even matter what my work is. I did this when I worked in daycare and stuff. When my day was done, I'm out of there. Like, see ya. I'm not being here anymore. You have a life outside of school too. So you don't have to stay. Now, if you are someone that like, okay, well, I have to get things done. One thing you can do is set a day that you can stay late after school. And when I mean late, try not to stay till 6 or 7. Please don't do that to yourself. That's like absolute torture. But you leave Monday, Tuesday, you stay Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, you leave. And that way you know when to get done. You get all your planning done or your grading, whatever you need to do, that you, because we are busy all the time. So today's video was short and sweet. Setting healthy boundaries are so important and they're very personal. So I can't just come to you and say these boundaries and these boundaries. They're very, very personal to you. Again, think of your hula hoop. Okay. Whatever makes you tick is the best boundary for you. Okay. And the ones that I had prioritized in this video is saying no. No is a complete sentence. Eliminating your email on your phone so that you don't have to see it when you are not at work or you're taking a break. Leaving at your contracted time. So my advice to you, set them, stay true to them, be proud of yourself. This is a job. Your identity is more than your job. And don't forget how great you are. The next video I'm going to have for you is having a healthy work-life balance as a teacher. You are a difference maker. I believe in you, and I'll see you in this video.